Hello and welcome to another Royal Reviewer live pop-up chat, and today we are going to be talking about reports coming in. So I think this particular report, well, we're going to do three stories today. We're going to do about Harry and Meghan and Archie potentially spending Christmas in the USA with Doria. We're also going to be talking about Archie has been confirmed by Serena Williams has having travelled to the USA with Meghan while she went out to watch her play tennis. And also the Queen has been out horse riding today too. So I'm going to jump straight into the lead story today, which is... Oh, I can see everyone popping up on the live. So hello to everyone and welcome. I will find the chat room. You've just reminded me. By the way, if you're watching on Catch Up, any links that I use, I will put in the description box as well. Right, I'll just see who's here first before I carry on. But like I say, I am going to get into this fairly quickly. Oh, thank you to Cindy who says I'm looking very nice. Right, okay, let's get straight into it. So, reports are coming in, and I do believe they originated from Hello magazine. So, I don't know what their sources are. I don't know how they know this sort of information. But they are... I think it's one of these things where they're taking a good guess. Well, you know, it's one of those ones where it could go either way. So we know that Harry and Meghan at some point, maybe they've even started now, I don't entirely know, but they are going to be taking, you know, maybe a 6-week kind of downtime, sort of extended break. And I'm not going to go into the reasons why and wherefore and, you know, all the things about that. We've kind of already spoken about that. But they will be having some kind of downtime, extended holiday before Christmas. So, I think everybody kind of almost expected them to go for Thanksgiving to the USA to be with Doria. I think that kind of, you know, makes perfect sense. They'll be able to get away, leave Britain, have some downtime in the States with Meghan's mom, and spend Thanksgiving with her. I think, I mean, obviously we don't know if that's true or not, but that sounds fairly reasonable to me. I can't imagine why they wouldn't do that, unless of course they've invited Doria over to the UK to spend Thanksgiving at Frogmore. But you know, hey, given the circumstances, I imagine they'd want to probably get away. So the most likely turn of events will probably be that they'll be away for Thanksgiving. Now, this is the question. So, Hello Magazine have kind of poised the question. Kind of, will they come back? Will they come back for Christmas with the Queen at Sandringham? That, I'm afraid, we don't know. And I don't think they do either. Or any other news agency or YouTube channel that's reporting it. I don't know. They don't know. You know, the only people that know are Harry and Meghan. So, what I think is most likely to happen is I think they'll go out for a portion of their break. Probably round about the Thanksgiving time, and I think they'll spend Thanksgiving potentially in the USA with Doria. But I do think that they will probably come back in time for Christmas with the Queen, because obviously, you know, that's important to Harry, you know, and also the Queen too. And I think Meghan, you know, wouldn't want to, you know, do anything to upset the Queen. Not that the Queen would be. I mean, the Queen wouldn't. I mean, if Harry and Meghan did decide to spend Christmas in America, I'm sure she'd be fine. But I think, you know, Meghan has respect for the Queen. And I just kind of think that they'll be back for the Christmas. You know, William and Catherine have spent Christmases away from the Queen. They have spent Christmases with the Middletons. That is also important to note. So, you know, anything is possible. What I'm saying is anything is possible. So really, we don't know. Hello Magazine doesn't know. No one knows. But that's kind of what I think is going to happen. I think they'll spend Thanksgiving in the USA, but I think they'll be back in time to spend Christmas at Sandringham. Even, you know, within a matter of days type thing. Right, I'm just going to go and see what people are saying as well. Yes, there are the odd engagement cropping up, because I know Urbanet's just said Harry has an engagement on November the 17th. There will be some engagements which probably have been penciled in, scheduled in for a very long time, and there will be some, even on this sort of downtime, extended holiday, that both of them will probably want to do, one of these sort of long-term commitments. So I would imagine that falls into that category. Eva Selick says, I do not care where they spend Christmas. It's not my business and not yours either. Wish them a happy Christmas though. To be honest, I agree. I'm only kind of talking about it in this video because it's, it's in Hello magazine, it's in the Daily Mail. It's being kind of spoken about a lot on the internet at the moment. So I just kind of wanted to give, a bit more of a balanced view and to kind of point out actually that no one knows. And I think, I'm probably the only person that's out there that's actually saying, hey, no one actually knows. But I agree with you entirely. It isn't my business. It isn't your business. It's no one's business but theirs. But nevertheless, it's still a topic of conversation. And I do want to make sure that at least there is one balanced view put out there, if that makes sense. Do you follow me? Do you follow me, people? Tanya says, sounds great to be with her mom and away from the UK media. Yeah, I just kind of hope... What do you think? If you're from the States, do you think the USA media will... How do you think they will react? I mean, do let me know. Glenda says, glad to hear that because Thanksgiving here in America is a really big holiday because it's about being with family. Yeah. Kind of like a Christmas. Byrne says, yippee, Archie get to spend time with Grandma. Yeah. That's another good positive. Bassani Gold says, I want them to have privacy wherever they are and not have the media up in their business. And Stephanie DK says, I think Harry will be working with Oprah on their joint project while spending time in California. Good point. That is a good point. I know Oprah spends her holidays at her place in Hawaii, as do the Obamas. Ooh, imagine spending some of that time in Hawaii. Imagine if they get invited to one of Oprah's residences. Ooh, yes, I'd be there. Cynthia says, if TMZ does not know, LA should be quiet. Oh, okay. Like I said, yeah, the TMZ are the ones that Papa Markle had the ongoing, conversations with, isn't it? Yes. Elderly Poodle says, America will graciously let them have their holiday. I hope if they do, I hope you're right. I really do. Yoursold says, hi Elliot, how are you? I'm fine, thank you. How are you? Do you like my autumnal jumper today? Cynthia says, Oprah has a real great house near LA too, Santa Barbara. I've heard. Wow. Imagine having all those options of homes. Wow. Constance says, Oprah's done all right for herself, hasn't she? Yes, she has. One can only dream to do as well as Oprah. The big O. Cynthia also... Oh, I've read that one. Constance says, it would be probably be nice for Meghan to spend some time back home in LA. And Jackie says, media and people in the USA love them and will be relatively respectful of their privacy, except for the tabloids. Okay. Live, Love and Laugh says, if this is the best time to take a break, then Thanksgiving and Christmas is the right time. I kind of agree. I think I do definitely agree there. And Tonya thinks they'll also visit Ellen. Can someone tell me where Serena lives? Where is it Serena's mainly based? Because I'm not entirely sure myself where Serena's based. Jackie says maybe they'll bring Doria back with them for a stay in the UK. Maybe. It's entirely possible. Nothing is impossible. Nancy says, of course, Doria will spend Christmas with her family. You don't have to have a crystal ball to know. Exactly. It's kind of common sense. All they're doing, I don't think they know anything in particular about where Harry and Meghan are going to spend Christmas. I just think they're making, kind of educated guesses that anyone could make, to be quite honest. Nancy continues, I think Doria slipped in what Serena actually said. Was she saying that even though Meghan had a newborn, she travelled to the USA to see her play? Or was she saying she flew to the USA with Archie in tow? Well, let me refer back to the article where I think it did, when I read it, I think it did say somewhere. Let me just confirm, hang on. Like I say, I think the original source article was actually Hello magazine. So I'm just trying to see if I can see some quotes. Hang on. Here we go. Speaking to Access Hollywood, I have no idea the validity of that publication. But anyway, speaking to Access Hollywood, Serena explained she flew all the way with a newborn to see me play in New York and flew all the way back that night. And I probably couldn't have done that. Right, I see what you're saying now. Because you could take it one of two ways. She flew all the way with a newborn. Could mean she flew all the way physically with a newborn. Or it could mean she flew all the way while still having a newborn. So actually, I kind of see your point now that I've kind of reread it. I think I read it as that she flew out with Archie. I do. That's kind of how I read it. But yes, I can kind of see. I mean, the article goes on. At the time, it was widely assumed that Meghan had left baby Archie at home with Prince Harry. Right. I mean, all the articles and things are going with the assumption that Archie went. I mean, that's how I read it. When I read it first, that is kind of how I read it. But I do see your point. You can kind of take it both ways. Let me know what you think. People, let me know. Which way did you take it? Let me know. I'm going to go back to the comments. Oh, Cynthia says Access Hollywood are not the best sort of tabloid. Okay. Oh, Karen says Serena has mansions in Beverly Hills, Los Angeles, and a stunning retreat in Palm Beach Gardens, South Florida. And when the 37-year-old is touring Europe, she retires to her French abode. Wow, so many homes. Serena, let me use one. Can I have the... which one would I like best? Let me see. Well, seeing as it's closest, let me in the French one. Tonya says, Access Hollywood print the trip. Okay, we're getting different opinions about Access Hollywood. I can't kind of confirm on that one because I don't really have access to Access Hollywood. Patricia says, as long as the Queen lives there, there will be a monarchy. I think people will suffer through King Charles and welcome King William when the time comes. And Kathy says, I thought she was saying Meghan left Archie at home. Oh, people are reading it in different ways. I read it as... Do you know what? I think what you actually need to do is see a video clip of that. Is there a video clip? Has anybody seen a video clip? Because I think when you see things in black and white, you can very much take them, you know, it really is black or white, you know, you can take things, seeing words is very different than when you actually physically see the person delivering those words. So, if there is a video of it, I would love to see Serena actually saying it, because then I think you get a much clearer view of exactly which way she meant it. Do you get what I mean? So yes, I would like to see an actual video clip of it. Oh, Kathy says, I saw the video. Okay. I haven't seen a video. Let me see if there's a video on the actual article, because I'm not entirely sure there is. Oh, there we go. Okay. I think I need to see the video. I'm hoping it's on YouTube so I can take a little peek. And that would be very, very good. Okay, right. If somebody saw the live interview, how did you take it? Right. Urbanet says, if the UK breaks up, the monarchy may end. No. If you're talking about Scotland becoming independent, if they did have a referendum and voted that way, at the last referendum, they intended the Queen to remain the Queen of Scotland as well. Just, you know, she'd be the Queen of Scotland, just, you know, in Scotland's eyes, just the Queen of Scotland. But no, I don't think it would end the monarchy. Okay, after this, I will go off and watch the video. So, let's park that one for a moment. And I also want to talk about the Queen. So I am going to share a link, and you can click on it or not, it's entirely up to you. But it is the Queen out horse riding today, which is actually Armistice Day. So I want us all to take a little peek at the Queen, and kind of a lot's being made of of the fact that, you know, she's wearing a sombre navy blue. Of course, the Queen, ever respectful of all these kinds of occasions, and we saw the Queen yesterday. I think it's, you know, mostly accepted that she was possibly wiping a tear away from her eyes. There she is riding her horse on the Windsor Castle estate. So she is joined by her horse, by her groom, Terry Pendry, and she's riding her black horse. I think it's more classed as a pony, to be fair, but she's still on horseback at 93, which is pretty remarkable, I have to say. Headscarf, sunglasses, but still having a good time, still having fun. And yes, I do like to see that the Queen is still active and basically a goddess, as we all know. Yes, the Queen still rules 16 other countries. Nefeta Priest says she did not say she brought Archie. She stated she admired her for flying to New York, having a 5-month baby. Ah, so if you watched the video and that's what you got from the intonation, then perhaps he didn't go. My goodness, maybe all the expressed milk things was valid. I don't know. Okay, right. Park that one for a moment. I am going to have to go and watch that video, and then when I do my next live chat, I will of course let you know exactly what I think about the video. But certainly in black and white, when I read it, I took it as that he'd actually gone with her. But I could quite see how it could also mean that it's just she flew all that way and back whilst having a newborn. I get that too. Ah, Cynthia's just watched it, and she thinks from like the tone of voice, body language, that kind of thing, that she's saying that she has a newborn, but not took Archie to New York. Right. Okay. You possibly could be right. Entirely. Taffy says the Queen needs to be careful. You know what is fragile. If the monarchy ended, would everyone lose their titles? I think it would just be the Queen, but I mean, because if you think about it, some of the French dukes and things, some of those titles did carry on down. Urbanet says the Queen did shed a tear. I saw it on a photo by Chris Jackson. Did she do that before? Occasionally we've seen maybe like a watery eye, and some people have thought, is it a tear? Is it a watery eye? It was very, very cold. In fact, Camilla, Catherine and the Queen were... a lip reader was reading their conversation before it all started, and they were definitely talking about how cold it was. And I think Catherine said it's bracing, and the Queen made a comment about it being cold. And so did Camilla. So, could have been a watery eye, could also have been a tear. Personally, I took it as being a tear. And Tony says that would explain why she flew right back. Yes, it would indeed. So, I will go away, watch that video, and of course, I'll tell you exactly what I think on the next live chat, which will probably be tomorrow. Right, now, I'm going to have to go. And I'm going to wish you all a very, very enjoyable, pleasant evening, day, middle of the day, wherever it is for you. So, if you have enjoyed this video, please give it a big old thumbs up. Don't forget to share on social media, and also do hit that bell so that you know whenever I upload a new video. Also, please subscribe to the channel. So, from me in Shropshire, mwah to you all, and goodbye.